Kochie's Business Builders is proudly brought to you by our partners QBE and Google, who are helping small businesses grow.
Coming up on Kochie's Business Builders, Mindset Matters. Find out how to make well-being a part of your everyday business. Meet the sneaker-savvy entrepreneur whose online store is kicking goals. Plus, RBI Australia learns how to make the best play for business success. G'day and welcome to another episode of Kochie's Business Builders, where we take a look at the issues facing small business owners and come up with practical advice and tips to help them succeed. Joining me today as co-host is Luke Kochie Cook. As the founder of Cuppa.tv, Kochie is on a mission to change the conversation around mental health. Since launching the business during COVID, he's had over 300 conversations with experts, personalities and storytellers, and facilitated more than 350 virtual conversations, masterclasses and experiences to a community of around 50,000 people. It's all pretty impressive, and Kochie joins me now. Hiya, Kochie, how are you, mate?
How are you?
Tell us, how did you come up with the inspiration for Cuppa.tv?
It all started when my previous business, Fun Locker, stopped overnight because of COVID. I was one of these founders that lost everything. And for me, my mental health wasn't in a good spot. So after a walk to the coffee shop, I decided to launch this virtual cafe called Cuppa of Life, where I'd interview people like Gus Wallen, Lane Beachley, Kerry Pottast. And it became so popular that companies started to reach out to me to help them with their employees' mental health.
Small business owners, traditionally, terrible about looking after themselves and looking after their mental health, and they're under enormous stress as well. You know, you're one of them. What are some of your tips for how they can cope better?
Being a founder, you put everything into your business, right? And when things don't turn the way you want it to, you're left with your own doubts and self-fears and all that type of stuff. What I realised, though, was that I needed to take control of my own calendar and put in those moments in my life that gave me joy, that gave me happiness, that gave me to stop. And that is one of the most important things that we can do as a founder, is to look after our own diaries and our own mental health.
Great advice. Mate, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on our case study business. Matt and Kate Redman are the founder of RBI Australia, a baseball and softball business that combines a sporting goods store with state-of-the-art batting cages. The couple hit a home run on opening the business with strong sales and community support, but COVID came along and everything went pear-shaped. Now, after a tough couple of years, the business is finally bouncing back. Kochie, what's your advice to cultivate a positive mindset? You know, you talk about putting together a team, but it all also starts in your own mind, doesn't it?
When everything went pear-shaped for me, I focused on my own internal plan, and that was the power of one. What is the one conversation, the one moment, the one impact that I can do every single day to get me on a roll? Because too often when we're on this avalanche of negative thought or things aren't going well, we keep on that negative thought and that avalanche, but it's those little steps that actually make the biggest difference.
Great suggestions, Kochie. Thank you for that. Now, a few weeks ago, to help Matt and Kate plan a path of success, we sent business strategist and KBB expert Andrew Griffiths along to give them some advice. Let's see how they went with his suggestions.
G'day, Matt. How you doing?
Hey, good, Andrew. Good to see you again.
Great to see you again, and it's been a few weeks since we caught up. What's been happening over the last 6 weeks since I've seen you?
Oh, well, a lot's been happening. It's been our busiest period of the year, just coming into the summer baseball and softball season. It's been busy, but we've been doing our best to get around what you've been suggesting as well.
So what resonated with you last time we spoke?
One of the big things I think was is we've been thinking about how you said we need to have more of our personal brand involved in the business and on our social media posts and things like that. What we've worked on is we've worked on a social media calendar so that we can now, of course we're a little bit time poor at the moment, especially in this busy period of the year. We've planned it out so that I know exactly what I'm going to advertise each day, and that way I can just put some time aside once a week or once a couple of weeks to make a few videos and a bit of content in able to post them daily.
What kind of thoughts have you had or actions have you taken to try and get your head around managing your cash flow perhaps a little bit more proactively now?
We're trying to just think about where we spend our money at the moment a little bit better. Also, how we put on our employees, what kind of employment contracts we have. You know, maybe moving more towards some full-time employees rather than all casuals, and see what we can do that way in order to smooth the wage bill out over the year, rather than getting hit so hard in our busy period.
What kind of things do you think you could be adopting from a time management, productivity point of view now that will kind of set you up a little bit more for the off-season?
Well, we're working hard on getting SOPs written for all of our processes and systems. And improving our systems at the same time as we do that. So we're reviewing them, documenting them, and just enhancing them as we go along. That will help us in the future be able to say, here's your job. Okay.
It takes time now, but it saves you time.
That's right. It takes a lot of time.
It's
huge amounts of time, but it's going to pay off in the long run.
So we've covered a bit of ground. Let's have a bit of a talk now about some of the marketing strategies that you want to be adopting over this busy period of time when you haven't got a lot of time, but we still need to be doing things to proactively build the business. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sounds awesome.
All right, let's go.
Welcome back to Kochie's Business Builders. Are your customers finding you on Google, or are they finding your competition? Every day, people use Google to research and find products and services they're looking to buy online. In 2021, more than 1.6 million Aussie businesses made direct connections with consumers using Google. Now, this includes people looking for directions, making phone calls and bookings, and writing reviews. Now, it doesn't all happen by chance. One of the most powerful ways for your business to be found is search engine marketing, or SEM. John Ball, Managing Director, Google Customer Solutions, Australia and New Zealand, is here to give us a few insider tips on how to make your next Google Ads campaign work harder for you. John, we're here to pick your brains. Be prepared.
Very excited to be here with you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Tell us why so many businesses use Google Ads.
It's really simple. The biggest reason is it actually gets results. I have the opportunity to meet with many customers, both here and New Zealand, and overwhelmingly when I chat with them, they tell me about how their search engine marketing has helped them get more customers and delivered impact to their business, which is really exciting.
Search engine marketing is the thing that Google Ads does best. How does it find the right customer for you?
That is the question. And so what happens is when you're searching for a new belt, new pair of shoes, a new car, you have a level of intent of wanting to find something. And so what happens is the business can have keywords that relate to that. And so when a consumer goes in, they're looking for something, an ad is connected with that intent.
So, John, how does a business know it's working?
The magic of digital is we can track things. Now, with conversion tracking, we can actually set the website up so we know when people visit the site, when they actually work through different areas, and ultimately when a sale is made. So you as a business owner, you can understand what's happening on your site, where people are coming, and the investment you're making, what that actually gives you back to the bottom line. There's a really interesting story in the education space. It's Kochie learning. What they learned was when they spent $1, they were getting 5 back, but most excitingly, they went from 300 students to 20,000 students. They focused on conversion tracking, understanding the journey of their consumers, and making sure they set that up to be the most streamlined and efficient to help them come into their system.
How would you recommend people get started in Google Ads?
I think number one, we have a website called ads.google.com where it's to get you started. It has the tools, the support, chat, phone numbers to get you going. And number two is if you're actually working with a partner today, an agency, someone who's helping you with your website, maybe social media, they normally have incredible skills on digital. Lots of them are already working with us as partners with Google. Give them a call, ask them, explain what you want, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you on that journey as well.
John, thanks for sharing. Really appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time.
Now we're going to hear how a 3-time Olympic medalist has marketed his swimwear brand to the world.
G'day, I'm Andrew Lauderstein. We're here at Engine Swim, where I'm a director, and Engine is a performance swimwear and lifestyle brand. Our target market for Engine is 13 to 18-year-olds, those that are involved in anything to do with the water. But I think our genuine engagement with our community and customer is what separates us. Email marketing we use 2 to 3 times a week. It's really important for us to be consistently communicating. So we do training programs, we do all our promotions through the EDM platform, and then we obviously market any new products that we've got straight away. As a business, we've been using MailChimp for over 8 years now. And we're competing for eyeballs, we're competing for clicks right now, and the more people we can have looking at our EDMs, we know that that is a direct translation into sales. Our team's always mixing up what our subject lines are. Typically, we find something that's relatively short and has an emoji on it works the best for our audience, so we do occasionally chop it up a little bit. It almost makes it a lot easier on our team, where we can schedule all of these things to be rolling out, which again is the beauty of MailChimp, the ability to have it all formatted nice and neatly, and then click the button or not click the button as to when they roll out.
Hi, I'm George Cosma.
And I'm Olivia Cosma,
and we're the owners of Waves. My passion for sneakers started back in about 2015, where I purchased my first pair, which was the Adidas NMD. That's when all the hype originated back then. And then it just basically grew, and the passion just grew there. I had lots of friends being scammed for fake sneakers. A lot of people would come to me for advice in authenticating sneakers and so forth. I saw it opening in the market. I said, you know what, let's just dive into it and let's just do something.
At the beginning, I couldn't care less. I didn't understand. I had no idea why he was spending this money on sneakers. But once he bought me a couple of pairs and I started getting the attention, like, oh, like, you know, look what's on her feet. Then obviously, you know, I think he created a monster. Yeah. I'm really into anything that's kind of like colourful and bright. I love the Yeezy foam runners. That's probably one of my favourite sneakers. Or I wouldn't call it a sneaker because it's not really a sneaker.
At the moment, I've been jumping lots on the New Balance trend, the dad sneaker trend. They've been doing lots of great collabs at the moment. Comfort-wise, everything is just phenomenal. It's all about what people are liking, trends, colours, the actual styles which are popping off at the moment, which people are loving. We've got various people around the world sourcing those sneakers, because you've got sneakers dropping in parts of the world which aren't dropping in Australia at the same time. So we always try and maintain and stay ahead of the game.
A lot of it's done on our social media. I think our social media really is what grew our business even more. We let people into our personal lives. They got to see us from our bedroom to where we are now. They've seen me have my children. So we've created, I think, a family.
We did have another warehouse down the street, which is about 100 square metres. We outgrew that within 3 to 4 months. We're now at this warehouse, which is 450 square metres. We unfortunately have outgrew this warehouse also now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're currently making a decision on where we want to go and expand in expansion.
If you've got an idea, don't wait for it to be perfect. There's no good time to start. So if you've got your product, you've got your service, I would just say put it out there. Start your social media. Take any opportunity that comes your way. It may work, it may not. We've made so many mistakes, financial mistakes, social mistakes, but you learn from it and
grow from it, of course.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Eleanor DeBell from QBE Insurance, and I'm here to unpack an issue that affects so many small businesses, liability insurance. Now, you can do everything in your power to keep yourself, your employees and your customers safe. But sometimes incidents happen and you've got a claim against your business. Now, this can be extremely costly. So here's what you can do to make sure you're protected with the right cover. A QBE survey in 2019 revealed that if faced with a liability claim, the majority of small businesses would likely run up a large personal debt to pay that claim, with 1/3 of people admitting to simply not knowing where the money would come from or being unable to finance legal costs. Now, small businesses have a duty of care to protect their customers from harm, whatever the size and the nature of your business. The incidents may not be your fault, but they do occur across all industries, affecting people and property and costing Australian businesses millions of dollars each year. Liability claims can be amongst the most expensive claims, particularly if they involve personal injury. Liability insurance is often one of the key insurance covers taken out by small business, even when they're just starting out. It can help cover your business if someone brings a compensation claim against you for an event connected with your business, even if that incident is not your fault. It covers claims such as personal injury costs, costs for damage to property of others, advertising liability costs or legal costs. Now you can go online through qbe.com.au/business for a great step-by-step option for simple insurance needs.
Welcome back to Kochie's Business Builders. Earlier in the show, business strategist Andrew Griffiths caught up with Matt and Kate Redman to see how they're going with their marketing challenges. Now, let's check back in as Andrew offers some advice on how Matt and Kate can turn that engagement into conversions.
Matt, we've spoken about what you've done in the last 6 weeks. What else can I help you with? What other things would you like some advice on today?
Oh, well, you've given us great advice on our free sort of marketing and social media approach. But if we were going to invest some money into some marketing, what would be the best way to go about that?
Yeah, great question. And marketing's a complex one, isn't it? You know, there's so many different areas, lots of ways you can lose money. First thing I would do, I would look at doing a little bit of older school stuff. And I would look at developing some promotional materials to put in your packaging. When you're shipping things, that's a great opportunity to sell your business to customers who are getting it. Direct people back to the website, any special offers, things like that. Really, really effective way of marketing.
So what kind of content should we be focusing on to make us more visible?
At the moment, a lot of our content is simply product-based, but what I want to see is I want to see more of you. You know, how-to videos, advice, everything from, you know, what to eat before the game, right through to how to recover after the game, how to keep your kids involved. As a professional, how to avoid injury. And I believe absolutely that that's your greatest marketing opportunity, is that really diverse kind of videos and engagement in that space across those areas.
So to better manage our time, is there any tools you can recommend to automate some of our tasks?
There are so many apps and so many platforms and all the rest of it. Maybe we need 2 or 3 really solid apps, but we take the time to learn how to use them. So my advice is, rather than even specific app that's going to really be the management tool, whatever you decide to use, start with a problem, like it might be time management, figure out an app to use and maybe talk to other business owners, etc. Go online, you'll find some reviews, and then say, okay, well, I'm going to learn how to use it properly. Because research shows that the average business owner only uses 9% of the technical capacity of all of their tech. Use fewer apps, but really get to know them well, and start by choosing ones that are going to solve problems like time management, account, customer communication, you know, things like that. You're really well on the right path. You're building a great brand, you're proactive, you're asking great questions, you're constantly trying to make your business better. All of those things all roll together, and to me, you know, give you 2 thumbs up for heading in the right direction anyway, Matt.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your help and your advice. It's been invaluable, and thank you to Softball New South Wales for letting us tour their fantastic facility.
I know, it's a nice venue, isn't it?
It is, it's beautiful.
Look, some terrific advice there from Andrew. And Kochie, your platform is all video and TV. It is powerful, isn't it, in cutting through to customers, but you've got to develop a style and think through it properly.
When you're looking at video content, sometimes we can be too technical in the way that we talk or the way that we speak. The biggest thing that connects when you're doing something with content is you've got to try and trigger the emotion behind the content. What is the thing that person will feel after they watch your piece of content, no matter what it is?
And also, it's really powerful in building that connection, that relationship with you, isn't it?
It is, and you've got to be consistent in it as well, and you've got to have the right narrative. You've got to understand your story arc. You've got to continuously think of ways to be able to connect with them in different lights sometimes, and show a little bit more about you as an individual or your business. Show the real essence of what your company's all about.
Yeah, it's a powerful relationship. Kochie, great to see you. All the best with Cup of TV.
Thank you, David.
Good to see you. And remember, if you're looking for small business tips or the latest news and expert advice, then you can find them every single day, 24/7 at kochiesbusinessbuilders.com.au or follow Kochie's Biz on Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta and Twitter. See you next time. Next week on Kochie's Business Builders, the Swedish superstore make it easy to fit out your business. Meet the entrepreneur whose Hong Kong-style food gets a playful twist. Plus, we take a trip to Canva's Aussie HQ to uncover the secrets of their success.